Hey, this is Audie Astor from B Sharp and C. So, again, I'm on this huge kick of going through YouTube and looking for some of the best covers out there. And it's really because I miss music the way it used to be. I miss just taking an instrument and just coming up with a song and then kind of building the song instrumentally, building around it. And that doesn't happen that much anymore. Something that I actually like to do, unfortunately, I write all my music on that keyboard and I have like 7 keys that all of a sudden stopped working. So something pretty big is happening with it. I don't exactly know what. Um, but enough about that. I want to listen to a cover of People Are Strange. IMY2 cover. IMY2. They have 426,000 subscribers. This version has been out. This cover's been out for 2 months, and it's already got 61,000 views. And this is one of my favorite Doors songs, and it's not really easy to replicate. I mean, it is. It's not a difficult song, but it's one of those songs that it's the feel. It's the emotion and the feel, and if you get it wrong, everyone hears it. They don't exactly know what to pinpoint, but they know that it's just not good. So let's check out The Doors, People Are Strange by IMY2.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange.
So it looks like the keyboard player is doing bass on the left hand and the keyboards on the right hand, which is what Raymond Zarek did. I don't see a drummer, so it might have been that might have been programmed. It's reversed.
When you're
So I think the studio version, the guitar is in the right ear and the keyboard's in the left ear. Here they have it reversed. But there's no hard set rule on how to, pan the instrument.
strange, when you're strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're
Okay, so there's a little bit of keyboard added in post. Little organ, because he's still playing the piano and he's doing the bass with his left hand, it looks like. So my guess is they went in post and they added some organ. Her vibrato is freaky. It's very, very tight and fast, and I can't put my finger on it, but it's a very nice sound. It's actually more of an older type of vibrato, which I love because this song is an older song.
wanted. Streets are uneven when you're down.
Nice. So in the original, Robbie Krieger, when he did that solo, he did not use a pick. Robbie Krieger was an interesting character because he was learning how to do like flamenco style, guitar. And if I'm not mistaken, and you can fact check me on this, I believe just months before he joined the band, the Doors, he started playing electric guitar, but he still never let go of playing without a pick.
When you're strange,
And by the way, that was an awesome guitar solo. He really nailed it.
faces come out of the rain.
You hear her vibrato, and I know I stop it a lot. If you don't like the fact that I stop a lot, then just go listen to the damn song without me stopping it. So many people comment, and all they say is, "You talk too much." Yeah, it's a reaction, you bonehead. Yeah, listen to her vibrato.
Faces come out of the rain.
Even the word out,
Faces come out of the
come out of the... So it's a very, very tight and fast vibrato. It almost doesn't sound like vibrato. And it almost could be mistaken for some type of digital effect, but I don't think it is. I think she's doing that with her throat.
Faces come out of the rain when you're
Rain.
strange. No one remembers your name when you're strange. When you're strange. When you're
Keyboard solo. Let's go.
strange. Alright, yeah. When
Nice.
you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange.
Ooh, I like the effects. You hear when she says "when ya," and then you listen to the right ear, you can hear a little bit of delay. Oops, hold on.
When you're strange, when you're strange.
Oh, I like that. Oh, they do Simple Minds, Steve Miller Band. Oh, these guys do a lot. I already subscribed. This is some great stuff. This is some great, great, great stuff. So go ahead and subscribe to these guys. IMY2, really, really great stuff. Um, it's the Doors are one of those bands, and it's funny because I remember when I was a kid, long time ago. When I was a kid, I was listening to I started off listening to classical music. I was obsessed with like Chopin, Dvorak, Beethoven, Bach, Tchaikovsky. I'd listened to everybody, and then I went right from that to Metallica. And when you think about it, heavy metal and classical music both have a very progressive component to it. Like listen to Dvorak, I believe it's like the String Serenade in E major or something, and just listen to how it is. It's progressive. It's classical music is progressive, and a lot of heavy metal can fall into progressive. And Metallica definitely did that, like with their song Orion and the Call of Cthulhu and other songs. And I don't think they realized it. In fact, they even have other songs that I would classify as progressive that I don't think other people would. It's kind of dark in here. And they have other songs that kind of fall into the progressive category. Anyways, so I went from classical music into heavy metal, and then I started listening to other bands like Megadeth and Iron Maiden and what have you, way back when. And then I discovered Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin. And when I discovered the Doors, something I don't know exactly what it was inside me. It's the chord progressions that they write. It's the note choice that they have. Not even so much the lyrics. And I know a lot of people like the Doors for the lyrics, but there was something about the surreal feel to the Doors. I just felt like I was in some type of weird psychedelic circus. And I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I feel like when it comes to classic rock, a lot of people will look at like Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, or, they'll even go to the Beatles and The Who and other bands. And very few people who like classic rock seem to actually really appreciate and like the Doors. And it might be because there was a lot of organ being played, and a lot of people um, who like classic rock like that heavy guitar sound. And you're not going to get that with the Doors. They really didn't use a lot of distortion. So it wasn't really like heavy rock. It's a classic rock that was different, and it kind of had a lot of jazz and blues influence, but they didn't go the heavy rock way. They kind of went soft, if that makes any sense. And they focused more on, arrangement and everything else. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people who love classic rock jump past the Doors and they don't really look at the Doors, or they might equate the Doors with like the Zombies or the Animals or whatever because of the heavy keyboard. But I love seeing people like IMY2. I love seeing people perpetuate the beautiful music that was the Doors, because no matter how you think of Jim Morrison and his lifestyle, no matter how you think of all that, what they did has never been touched since. There's really no other band who has ever come close to replicating, and I don't mean covering the Doors. I mean making music like the Doors. You know, listen to The End or When the Music's Over or Riders on the Storm. You don't get that 2.5, 3 minute keyboard solo followed by a guitar solo and then the keyboard and the guitar bouncing in and out. So I just really appreciate and really love that this band here did this cover, and I'm going to look at some of their other covers because it looks like they have a ton of cool stuff. I mean, the Joker by Steve Miller Band, that's another band. I think Steve Miller should have been way bigger than he was. And yeah, anyways, I don't know. What did you think of the performance? Put it here in the comment section. If you have any recommendations for me, put that in the comment section as well. This is Artie Aster saying, keep it groovy.